Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I am playing an EGIK WM France Deck G4567 game with simplymoxie, Lumin, and Thatcher. Alright, let's take a look at what we got here. Build 4 stables, get animals after you play Ox. We've also got Stable Architect and we've got Horseman. So seems like Stable Architect is a pretty good first pick here. And then I think Equestrian probably gets taken, but we could take Horseman. Or if we get some other source of animals, we could play Tanner. Yeah, I think I definitely want to take one of the stable cards. I mean, Equestrian Tanner looks like a pretty good combo. The only problem is, I think I want to be the one playing Stable Architect, because I want the 4 wood that comes from it. Yeah. Yeah, Stable Architect is the card that actually yeah, it lets me actually build 4 stables on my first family growth action. And the other thing is, you never know, maybe I get a card like Master Stableman or something. Yeah. Equestrian Tanner is looks like quite a neat interaction, though. Maybe I get some other source of animals. Like, just playing occupations after having 4 stables seems pretty difficult to make work. Yeah, especially with cards like Hut Builder, which have to be played in stage 1. Let's look at the others. Whenever you breed a bunch of animal types, you get stuff. Bargaining Breeder could be good. Fire Marshal. Start of each harvest, more stone than wood in your supply. You get food equal to the difference between the 2 numbers. If you have more wood than stone, pay a food or get a beggar. Ooh, wow. Yeah, Bargaining Breeder looks pretty good, but there's Hut Builder, so I'll take Hut Builder. Alright. Hermit, Humble Farm Boy. I'm a little surprised nobody went for that combo, because that's a fun one. We've got Beekeeper here. Beekeeper looks pretty good for this hand. It's a free stable, which I'm going to want. Racing Stable Manager is okay. Cheapskate is pretty good. I mean, Cheapskate is pretty good for the Equestrian. You play Cheapskate, get a pair of animals. Tavern Keeper can be good, especially if I build rooms multiple times with Hut Builder. But I'll take the free stable with Beekeeper. Field Barterer. Very good. I'm actually very surprised that it's still here. Sheep Lover, 7 rounds to play. You get 3 sheep if you have 2 pastures. Wow, getting 3 sheep from an occupation and then getting bonus points from sheep. That seems pretty good. Stone Trader. I think Stone Trader is quite good. But Field Barterer is fantastic. I'm really surprised to see Field Barterer still in the pack here. I'm quite surprised by that. I imagine Lumin's probably streaming, so you can check Lumin out at twitch.tv/Lumin_S. And if you're interested in games other than Agricola, I think Lumin streams different stuff. He's very multi-talented, so I recommend. So looks like we're waiting on simplymoxie to make some picks. Hey Damba. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that one card, so Beekeeper plus Equestrian, you can sort of make Village Druid, but it's a Village Druid that doesn't activate until your third card. And Village Druid is already not outstanding. Like, it's fine, it's good, but it already takes a little bit of work compared to something like Patron. Now, it's a Village Druid that scales up, but actually, I guess Beekeeper. Maybe Beekeeper, you would trigger the sheep if you played Equestrian first. I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with having played Stable Architect. Yeah, my opening pack was pretty difficult. Equestrian was there. Yeah, the timing aspect of Equestrian seems difficult. Yeah, I think it's a very interesting card. I would love to have it if I had, say, something like Child Psychologist, and I could play all my Ox from round 7 to 14. Especially with cards like Master Tanner. That'd be really fantastic, but there was also Horseman. I don't know if I'm going to play Horseman or not. We will see. Horseman with Beekeeper is a thing, although it's usually better with something like Mini Pasture or whatever. Milk Stuff and Ox Team go for 6 wood and 4 clay, go for 6 cattle. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, I don't have Equestrian, to be clear. But you're talking about generally if you have Equestrian. I see. So I think the plan is we're going to do 2 games today, and then my D&D day changed yet again, and it sounds like it's going to be changing in the future too. I'm going to be I'm going to be playing tomorrow, so we'll just do like 1 or 2 games tomorrow, probably 2 games, and then Wednesday we'll do 2 in Wednesday. Draft is going a little slowly. I wonder if it's taking a while for people to read G7 cards. Equestrian needs many late occupations. Yeah, and I think that's a big problem with the card. Okay, so Peace Worker can be fine if I expect to want to use the grain and vegetable space in particular. We've got Horseman here. So with Beekeeper, Stable Architect, we obviously want to be fencing stables. We could take Tanner. So Tanner, I kind of want to take Tanner to take it away from the Equestrian. But Horseman could be good here. I mean, obviously, I think we want to build a cooking hearth if we take Horseman. And we know Equestrian will want to build a cooking hearth. Yeah, so I have to decide what's like the timing of my occupations. Honestly, this could be a storehouse minder game. The only issue with it is we have 3 ox to play in the early game. Field barter is okay with storehouse minder. Like getting 1 extra is a bit easier with storehouse minder to set up field barter. But am I gonna try to jam it ASAP or hold on to it? I'll probably play it in stage 1, maybe ideally in round 5. If I can play it in round 5, that might be good. Probably play Beekeeper Hut Builder stage 1 and go for the first room. I think that should be my play. Tanner's like the payoff for having lots of animals, but I can't really get lots of animals with this hand. I mean, I can take them, but I'm going to take Horseman. Yeah, I'm going to take Horseman. I definitely want to go for an early Cooking Hearth, I think. I think Horseman looks fine for this hand. Countryman would have been pretty good with Peace Worker. We've got Market Crier here. I don't need to plow. I don't really need to plow with this hand with Field Barter, so I think I take Countryman. Countryman's pretty weak. Market Crier is pretty weak as well, though, to be fair, and I'm probably not using either. If I can get a better source of crops, that would be even better. I guess, what are the odds that there's going to be free sow actions? You know what? I should have lots of actions if I build early. So then Countryman for last action, thing jump to plow is fine. Racing Stable Manager, sure. Yeah, triggers off Beekeeper. I don't really think I'm going to play it, but... yeah. Ooh, Hammock looks pretty good here. We can get the sheep from Horseman. That's a way to use the Horseman sheep. And obviously Hammock works well because of Hut Builder. Carrots is okay. Foxberries. Next time you plow a field, you receive 3 food. This seems pretty good. This is fantastic, actually. Field Barterer, start of each harvest. So this is 3 food in my next harvest. Foxberries looks amazing. Do I take it and try to wheel Hammock? I don't really need Turn Rest Plow. I don't really think I need Artist Garden. Carrots is just fine. Yeah, maybe I wheel Carrots, worst case scenario. Best case scenario, wheel Hammock. Foxberries looks really strong here. 3 Lost Wednesdays, I'd be strong in that format. Oh, you don't give yourself enough credit, Damba. Wood card is... so we know that that card, Cheapskate, is out there. Fantastic for wood cart. So Muddy Land, I'm not going to be using the plow and field action space, so it doesn't really work for Field Barterer. Threshing Machine Plow is a thing. Master Oven. I don't really have a source of grain. I mean, Bonfire is okay if we don't get a Cooking Hearth, but I probably want to get a Cooking Hearth. Badge. Field and a Pasture. 1 food if at least 1 opponent. Okay, so this seems doable, although the timing of Field Barter is a bit weird. If we're getting 4 fields, we're playing it in round 9, so we could trigger Badge as early as round 9. And 2 food in round 9 is not really as impactful. I think I'll take Woodcart here. This looks like a hand that needs lots of wood. With building all of our wood rooms, especially, or building all of our stables. I think I take Woodcart here. It's kind of a block pick for the Cheapskate. Foxberries is amazing. Yeah, I think Foxberries is really good. The fact that I can play it on Family Growth in the heart, like before triggering Field Barter, like that's really good. Just triggers once, right? Yeah. It says the next time. But it's duck pond that in this hand will trigger like almost immediately. Well, it'll trigger the next time food is relevant, which is the next harvest. The only reason duck pond would be better is if I play at round 6 and I need a food in round 7. But for this hand in particular with field barter, it's almost like a better duck pond. Almost. I guess I can't play at round 5 or round 4, but. And I say that because I'm probably not getting a field action. I'm not plowing until round 9, most likely. The immediate 3 food tempo is super strong. Yeah, that does seem quite good. Looks like a fun one. Yeah. Oh, pole barns. Oh, pole barns is a bit of an anti-combo with horsemen, but it saves me 4 wood. Hard to ignore that. Scythe, so fields. So scythe is okay with countrymen actually, because you just try to trigger countrymen a bunch of times. 1 bonus point for each room in your stone house. 2 sheep, 1 boar. So that's usually you're giving up 2 points to gain 4 points. So it's a 2-point minor with this hand usually. I think I gotta take pole barns. And we just kind of ignore horsemen, I guess, which is okay. We can ignore horsemen. Yeah, pole barns looks quite good with stable architect. Rilo Kren with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much, Rilo Kren. Nine months on a 9-month streak. Awesome. Awesome. Corn scoop countrymen should feed well. Yep, that's true. Yeah, 2 grain jump to sow and bake. That's a good point. I think pole barns is just too good with this hand. Like the fact that it builds 3 stables for the price of 1. With this hand, I just think it's so good. And I still might feed with animals. I'm not locked into a cooking hearse or an oven strategy yet. Pole barn saves wood, but I don't need to save wood. Well, I mean, maybe I don't play woodcart then. Like, I don't have to play woodcart. Like, I'm actually looking at this hand and thinking, do I even need to play woodcart? Because my 4 stables are played for only 2 wood. I've got a 4 wood occupation, and I only need to build 1 room. So, maybe I don't need to play woodcart then. Which I would be fine with. Because I really only need, so far, let's assume I build the well, which is not a safe assumption, but let's assume I build the well. I only really need, 23 wood this game? 5 for the room, 15 for the fences, 2 for pole barns, and 1 for the well. 23 wood, 24 with field barter. So I only need 24 wood. I get 4 of them from stable architect. Then 5 wood actions averaging 3.5 wood each is is doable. I have time for it. But you need 3 early ox. One of them is a 4 wood. Sounds nice for wood cart. Yeah. Yeah, although going for the first room looks pretty appealing with this hand. Like Countryman I think is a card that's a lot better if I grow a lot earlier. And I want to make sure I get 4 fields out of Field Barter, so again, growing earlier so that I have the actions to set up Field Barter, I think will be relevant. You're right that this does look like a pretty decent woodcart hand. The other thing is, woodcart was partially a block pick because I know how card that good is with Cheapskate. And if I can the thing is, I'm gonna make everybody's wood requirements pretty high because I'm gonna say to the player after me who I pass pole barns to, I'm gonna say try to fence 15, and then also get 4 stables. And to the player who took Equestrian, they're already going to be trying to build 4 stables, and everyone's going to try to build 4 stables when Stable Architect hits the table. So I think maybe I can avoid wood. The draft is slow. I'm sure once we get into the game it'll be fine. But yeah, the draft has been a bit slow. We're on pace for a 30-minute draft, which is quite slow. These all look fairly weak. Burstone is pretty bad for this hand. I want my stone to go on Field Barter or not pay random stone to Burstone. I probably want to build majors. I don't need March. Don't need Errant Oven. Don't need Watermills Unplayable. So the question is, it's between Haystack and Upholstery. I am planning to build 4 rooms. So Upholstery is better than normal. I could take Upholstery here. I am planning to hold animals at some point with Haystack, but probably not until stage 4. I probably don't fence until stage 4, and then I don't get 6 animals until stage 5, so Upholstery's the pick. They better not fall asleep. I'll be very upset if that's the case. Wheeled hammock, so that's great. Good to see that we wheeled hammock. I had someone fall asleep on me on Friday night, and that was quite annoying. Not the best hand for Racing Stable Manager. No, there was nothing else really good out of that hand. So Burststone is maybe marginally better now that we're pretty guaranteed to get up to 5 family members with Hammock. Dr. Game collab. There he is. You guys got to keep harassing him. Maybe for the second game today we can collab. By the way, did we determine that Baker works with gluten-free Baker? We didn't determine it. I made an improvement that could bake anyways. So it kind of made it a moot point because I built the 2 clay fireplace in round 1 to dodge that. I built the fireplace in round 1. Yeah. Yeah, because remember I didn't get to play Acquirer in round 1, so I 2 clay into fireplace round 1. Yeah, it does say you need an. It does say on the card it says you need an improvement, but then the text in the compendium was different. So, seems like it's a bit of a weird card. I'm not sure what the answer is there. Requested. What? I have no idea what you're saying, Nathan. Attic's pretty weak, but maybe Attic is playable in a woodcart game. To me, this just looks like Bonfire. Since I'm not guaranteed to get a cooking hearth, although if I don't get a cooking hearth, I don't know what I'm doing with this game. Oh, a wood for a point. If I want to do a wood for a point, I can just take Attic, and Attic has the chance to be better than a wood for a point. Muddy Land seems bad. I don't think I need Muddy Land here. And Master Oven is pretty solid, but we have no source of grain. Kind of wish we had taken Corn Scoop now. I guess I could take Master Oven and hope to get Corn Scoop back, but also the cost on Master Oven is a little difficult. If we wheel Corn Scoop, Master Oven will be pretty good. What are the odds that we wheel Corn Scoop? Like, the thing is, if I take Master Oven and then we don't end up playing it, then I have pretty much 2 dead miners in my hand. I'll take Attic here. Attic makes woodcart more playable. Oh, we wheeled Corn Scoop. Of course we did. Alright. Wish I had taken Master Oven. We could still go for a major improvement oven. Bonfire can be better than 1 wood for 1 VP. Yeah, it can be. For eating animals or for stealing sheep or whatever. Yeah. I mean, I like Bonfire well enough. But everyone else has seen it since I'm getting it 7th, so people play around it. And the timing on Bonfire is weird. It's not great with upholstery, so... Last. Yeah. Odds of Montu correctly predicting what others will draft equals very low. The Montu Depop percent of prediction. What is that? MDPOP. Yeah, 4th is not great here, but whatever. We have Attic we can start player with. We have upholstery we can start player with. We can 3 wood into Corn Scoop. Probably we're getting expensive Auk. So I'll play Beekeeper. Lumin's playing Rancher. Oh, I need to rearrange the farms. That's fun. So I'm guessing Lumin is setting up Equestrian, and he's going to plow a couple fields to get the wood for his stables, and then the fields plus the stables should protect his rancher. I'll play Beekeeper. It attacks his rancher. Did Reedstone Food, day labor, and so I can see the other day Sonic State Lumin predicted correctly. Educator. Yeah, I am attacking the rancher here. To be fair, Lumin's my #1 opponent, so it's just like a very high EV play for me. Lumin is easily my #1 opponent in this game. Racing Stable Manager into Beekeeper next round. I think it's pretty unlikely I'll play Racing Stable Manager. Moxie, start player, Rock Garden. That's annoying. So yeah, Northern Watch, you're on it. You beat me to it. You're too quick. Way too quick. Alright, to Clay or Day Labor, or, you know what? One random plow. We can do one random plow, sure. Although Lumin took 2 wood over plow, so that tells me Lumin is not planning to use plows for his rancher. There was the threshing machine plow in the game, so if Lumin's going to use threshing machine plow, then 1 plow does not make a difference. It makes a difference once I have my room, but it doesn't make a difference for the plow. So I think I will hold off on the field and just day labor. Yeah, Thatcher's good too. They did not mean to disparage anyone. This is a situation where I could justify taking 1 read also, but it's just such a sad action, so I'm not going to do it. I'm going to refuse it out of I don't know. What's the word that I'm looking for? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Threshing machine plow, yeah. So yeah, I get 3 wood or 2 reed most likely, because I'm pretty sure Lumin will threshing machine plow to set up rancher for round 3. Nope, Lumin's gonna play Peace Worker. Okay, I still get 3 wood or 2 reed. I'm also looking at the fact that Lumin was drafting after simplymoxie. That's a factor as well. Lumin probably had a bit better draft than normal, just because they're playing it sitting next to a less experienced player. Which is just a part of the game. Yeah, so Hut Builder, if expensive Auk Wheels. If not, maybe start player. Start player into Reedstone Food, I guess. Start player into Reedstone Food feels a little bad. So much shouting. Actually, I'm surprised that Nightbot doesn't go after all caps. Usually Nightbot attacks all caps things, but I guess Montu's a mod, so that's why he's immune. Good. Yeah, they're getting to know the game. That's good. The learning curve is real. Yeah, you are. It's really adapt or die. It is very much adapt or die. Threshing machine plow for Lumin. Yep. Simply Moxie drafted after me and gained unfairly. Oh snap. Oh snap. Alright, expensive Ock, I suppose. Unless Thatcher decides to play an Ock here. I really don't want 2 clay, because Thatcher sits in front of me with 2 clay and there's no sheep yet. I don't want to day labor again. Maybe plow over day labor, because then once I build my room, then Lumin's rancher turns off until he builds his own room or stables. Good call by Dama on the plow. I mean, I said it too, didn't I? I think I said it before you did, but you have the chat delay, so maybe I'll say we said it at the same time if you want that, if that's acceptable for you. Well, I'd hope to get into games in 3.5 hours, but it's not looking like that's going to be the case. Ooh, Job Seeker's a good one. Ooh, Job Seeker's a very good one. Ooh, that's scary. Guess I'll plow. My POV, the guy in the red shirt said it after me. You called me a red shirt? You said I'd be down to the planet to die? Read, stone. Thamba, you were wrong. You're wrong. The Ace Attorney. You're wrong. Objection. 3 wood into start player to get 2 read. I need to play Hut Builder at some point too. Friends, Thatcher. What are you doing, Thatcher? Probably 3 wood into expensive hut builder. As much as I want to take 2 reed. If 2 reed is sitting there round 4, we might get it. Because Thatcher won't take it, Lumin won't take it. So we might get 2 reed round 4. Put pressure by taking 3 food. But if I take 3 food, I can't build and I can't play hut builder. So I think this is fine. Thatcher is going to take the 3 wood and then build in round 4, which I'm fine with. And then my round 4 is 2 reed and a 4 clay action. Or, yeah, 2 reed and a 4 clay action probably. I assume Lumin's got a plan. There's no way Lumin does not have a plan. You don't play wood distributor without a very solid feeding plan. Or sorry, wood peace worker without a very solid feeding plan. He was talking about wood distributor in chat, saying how peace worker triggers on wood distributor. I guess maybe I could have left Simply Moxie cheap occupation to encourage them not to start player, but I think I get 2 reed either way. Lumin's got to do an action that settles his feeding. Lumin might read stone food into the basket maker's workshop. So I have Simply Moxie start player, Simply Moxie 4 wood, Lumin reads stone food, Thatcher builds, I take 2 reed, Simply Moxie 6 clay maybe, Lumin basket maker's workshop, Thatcher 4 clay, and then I'm left with 3 wood, or start player into 6 wood round 5. It's probably basket maker's workshop. That's my guess as well. Moxie's going to start player sheepdog. So maybe 4 wood and then the 2 sheep. Thatcher will build the fireplace. You think so? If Simply Moxie first action 4 woods, you think Thatcher will fireplace over the first room? I'm not sure about that. Especially not with sheepdog here, because Simply Moxie's attacking the 2 sheep. To be fair, I don't really think taking 2 sheep is like sweeping them. I don't think it's a big... So it looks like it's going to be quite tough for me to play Stable Architect in round 5. Happy Labor Day to U.S. viewers. Yeah, we're celebrating Labor Day in Canada today as well. It's a national holiday. Yeah, not getting a single reedstone food action is annoying because I can't build the clay oven. I was thinking that building the clay oven would be nice with my corn scoop countryman combo, but also I need multiple reedstone food actions because I need stone for field barterer. That's a good one. I know you are, Damba. I know you are. Moxie taking the wood, not building. What's going on? Why does nobody want to build? It's weird. Guess I'll take 4 clay. 4 clay does put me on the road to the clay oven. I kind of need to start player if I ever want reedstone food, though. Three food and a bee. Round 5 is Reno. Yeah, I would like reedstone food, but I'm pretty sure Lumin will take reedstone food almost every chance he gets. Labor Day variant, no day labor, rock spaces allowed, round 714. That's funny. Yeah, reedstone food into stable architect is like my best round 1 here, I think. Otherwise, I guess if Moxie doesn't build here, I will build. Because Thatcher seated in front of me means if I build here, I basically guarantee myself second family growth, as long as I can feed. That's the only question. Well, Lumin did have the out of day labor, to be fair. It would have slowed him down, but... Fencing. Fencing with the sheepdog is weird. Fencing with the sheepdog is very weird. I assume there's some reason for it. I wonder if Moxie misread sheepdog and didn't realize they can hold all 3 of the sheep here. Or figured it was only 2 sheep on 1 space. Thatcher's gonna build the cooking hearth. I'll build a room here. I want to force Thatcher to start player with his second move. My actions are all awful here. I could take 3 wood. I'm probably just going to take 1 grain with my second move. Taking 1 grain is pretty bad with corn scoop, but it's a food action. It's a 5 food action. Yeah, I wonder if Simply Moxie has some sort of no occupation card and is playing around that. And figured Rock Garden makes in round one makes sure that they have a good action in round two. Because sometimes in round two you can be stuck, like forced onto the occupation spaces basically. Yeah, I don't know. Thatcher start player wild greens. I'm going to take one grain here. So I actually am kind of hoping family growth is round 7 so that I have time to set up my clay oven. It is round 7. So I can first move Reedstone Food and then build the clay oven this round. Although there is 4 wood available, but I think Reedstone Food and like setting up my feeding is a lot more important. Alms Collector. This is a pretty weak Alms Collector. With Simply Moxie avoiding occupations. Reedstone Food here. Ox cost food. We're all hungry. Simply Moxie plays Sheep Lover. Ah, of course. You have to have 2 pastures for the Sheep Lover. Of course. Now, how do you eat sheep? You need a way to eat sheep now. Maybe he's got loom or something. Bake one. There's Humble Farm Boy out there. I'm kind of playing for Humble Farm Boy a little bit. Round 7 family growth is great for Moxie. They still should be able to grow 3rd. Yep. Unless they feel pressured to take 4 clay here. 4 clay to build in round 7, or to build the fireplace in round 7. Because you would think maybe 3 wood, but... accidentally playing towards Humble Farm Boy is never a good look. In this game, I think it's fine. I haven't done any start player actions. I've got some good stuff going on. I've got some fine stuff going on. Lumin's pretty hungry. Depending on what Lumin's action is, I could potentially not start player here, or not start player round 7. depending on what Lumin's action is. If Lumin takes the read, then that matters, but because then he could build into start player. But if Lumin does anything other than start player, like I'm pretty sure Moxie's got to build, right? Got to build the fireplace. So it's really Moxie and Lumin are the only people I have to worry about start player. Because if I could pull off Countryman... Actually, you know what? Without Corn Scoop out, playing Countryman here is bad. But yeah, Lumin's building, but he has no read left. But he'll probably get a read action with his first move. So that means... or his second move. That means I should start player, I believe. Unless I want to play it risky, but there's also 2 4-food actions available next round. So yeah, I need to first move start player. So I'll go ahead and play... I think I'll play Upholstery. I'll play Upholstery so I can play Corn Scoop on Family Growth round 8. And then maybe Countryman, and then round 9 try to Grain Jump to Sow. In general it is, because the card quality is high. In general it is. Thatcher plays Crop Farmer. Next time you build fences, take vegetable and a food. Each time after that, take a food and a grain. Okay. Go ahead and play Upholstery here. Maybe Field Barter comes out in round 11. I'm thinking Field Barter looks a little tough. I mean, to play Field Barter, I really just need a wood action. I need a Reedstone Food and a wood action, and then I can play Field Barter, which is doable. But if I do that, then I'm probably not Countryman Grain into Sow. And I think I need to Countryman Grain into Sow round 9. Yeah, that looks like a pretty important sequence for me. The thing is, Thatcher might also be looking to sow in that round with Melon Patch. So that could be a problem, potentially. But you never know. Thatcher could have Artist Garden Melon Patch, which is a pretty good combo. Yeah, 3 reed is pretty good for my Upholstery, but there's 4 wood and also Reedstone Food. I guess I should take the 4 wood whenever it's available, right? Considering I have Stable Architect. Yeah. Then I feed 4 food plus B. Oh, could I have upholstered on that? It's in the future, right? I can't upholster when I play Upholstery. Yeah, it's after. Haystack. Oh, that's fun for Moxie. Good thing I start player. Yeah, good thing I did not assume that Moxie would not start player. Because that would have gone quite badly. I think in a round 7 family growth game, I think it's reasonable to assume Moxie's going to be able to grow in round 10, because I think it's reasonable to assume that nobody's going to get back into the build, because I'm building round 11, so I think it's reasonable to guess that you might get to grow round 10. So you might only fall 1 position. Pay wood and upholster it. For wood might wheel. Reedstone food is probably what wheels. So what's fun about this hand is what's fun about Countryman is I can take grain and then last action Countryman to get the so bake jump. So I can respond to what Thatcher is doing. Uh-oh. Now Lumin can build again. They could have grown third. Not convinced Thatcher doesn't jump back in line here? You think so? I don't know. There's not much read on the table. And both the wood actions are gone. I think Thatcher is going to focus on triggering their crop farmer a couple times. That's my guess. And building the well with 3 stone. Could take a 4 clay action. I think I read stone food here. Read stone food so that I can play field barter next round potentially. If I can do all 3, if I can grain Ock, that's pretty good. Field barter and countryman, that would be pretty good. Yeah. Although there is good clay actions available next round, so probably it's better to take a 6 clay action than to play field barter 1 round earlier, or 1 stage earlier. But I think at this point we're probably just playing field barter for 3 fields, because the setting up the feeding with countrymen is more important, definitely more important. Lumin start players plays Peasants Boutique. Ah, nice. Nice. So read to 4 food now. So Thatcher probably going to build the well. Doesn't have to do it this round, though. But Thatcher does need food. Maybe if Thatcher will first move take the 2 boar next round. We might see something like that. I hope Thatcher doesn't take a vegetable or a crop here. He's gonna fence and get a vegetable. Yeah, Thatcher's gonna try to sow. Thatcher's gonna sow next round. So if I want to sow action, I have to prioritize it very highly. So I'm not gonna be able to countryman jump to sow. So that means, like, I could even first move grain. I probably should first move take 2 grain, so that I'm threatening Thatcher's sow bake action. So then Thatcher has to second move sow bake, and then if they don't, then I'm leaving countryman open. The other thing I can do is I can first action field barter and then start player foxberries, and that gets me enough food for this harvest. I don't get the grain, but it does get me enough food for this harvest. So yeah, I can do that. Yeah, field barter, and then start player, and then wood or clay if it's still there. Although the clay might be gone at that point. Also, hammock round 11 is not looking all that likely. Normally with hammock and hut builder, it's obvious that I want to play hammock on the round 11 growth. But I don't know if I have enough wood at this point. And taking the sheep is slow. Especially if Lumin's going to build another room. Kudzu, nice. This fills up Lumin's farm for him. Nice with Rancher. Let's see what Thatcher does here. If I can grain jump to sow, that's the best, but Foxberries, Field Barter is an okay secondary plan. Thatcher taking the boar. Maybe Thatcher will not sow here. If Thatcher does not sow, I'm going to try this. First move, 2 grain. It's a little weak with 6 clay available. A little weak with 6 clay, but I need the game's reasonably hungry, so I think sorting out my feeding is valid. Moxie, yeah. Historian, very good. Very good. So actually, with Historian coming out, no, I am still good with Foxberries. I can expensive Field Barter and still be okay. It seems like I should be able to line up a 6 wood grab. I think people are not going to have time to wood police this round, especially not with the good clay actions available. Or an 8 clay grab. I might be able to set up an 8 clay grab, which is enough for Reno plus the cooking hearth. Next occupation, cheapskate. What are they playing with cheapskate? What minor? Thatcher gonna sow here. Thatcher's gonna take the 3 wood. Okay, so that makes start player Foxberries a bit worse, but there is still 5 clay potentially available. I want to save Countryman for my last action. Occupation should definitely wheel. There's no way with Job Seeker and Historian that expensive Ock gets taken. So I think start player... Oh, I can't start player Foxberries. I don't have the 3rd Ock in play yet. Do I read Stone Food here? I did not expect the 5 clay to still be here. I could sow bake with this action and then Field Barterer and then still play my Countryman later. I think what I do here is I'm just gonna sow bake manually, and then I can last action Field Barterer. Still tied for humble, and yeah, I am. He keeps, yeah. Thatcher wants to continue fencing. Yeah, that 3 wood is surprising. I don't know. I guess I thought that sow action was gonna come down with wild greens and melon patch. I don't know. Humble's never getting played. Yeah, probably not. Thatcher could start player. I'd appreciate that. I would love for Thatcher to start player. But Thatcher's probably played out almost all of his minors that he can actually play right now. Yeah, this actually worked out okay because getting the field here makes so baking in round 10 a lot better. We'll do the same thing. Grain jump to so bake. And then we'll start to try to vegetable jump to so bake. Historian. Bunch of actions I want here, actually. 6 clay, 3 reed. Bunch of stuff I want here. I need actions. Fortunately, I do get another family growth action next round. Cheapskate. Good call, Damba. So what minor is it? Equestrian. Okay. No stables, so, but they did second pick equestrian. Muddy land. Okay. 2 clay on the plow space is pretty good. I kind of want 4 wood, 6 clay, and 3 reed here. But I also want to spend 2 actions setting up my countryman combo. So, I mean, maybe the 4 wood goes to Thatcher and then I'm left with 3 reed. And, yeah, and then I just decide to sort of give up on that. Yeah. Yeah, I think 3 reed here with upholstery in hand looks fine. I didn't bother marking field barterer because it's just like every remaining harvest I'm gonna plow. Any reason to play? Yeah, cheapskate. Playing cheapskate there is a little weird. Yeah. I don't know. Playing out more of your hand, it can be good. Maybe they have other useful minors still to play. But yeah, if they have a no minor action, then it's a pretty weak move, I think. Take 2 grain here. I could vegetable and then bake the 1 grain in my supply, but usually when you're baking grain, you don't want to leave yourself with only 1 grain field and no grain in your supply. Because if you do that, then you're just going to have to go back and take more later. You want to be able to sow and bake grain at the same time generally. I've talked about this many times, but yeah, taking grain 1 more time makes a ton of sense, because then after this I can start doing vegetable jump to sow. And I'll have enough grain for the rest of the game once I sow 1 and bake 1. It's possible Thatcher sows here. Lumin's gonna reno cooking hearth and is ready to build a clay room, which is great. Let's see what Thatcher does. Does Thatcher go for the sow bake action here? That would make me a little sad, because I do want to sow my grain here. I mean, I can vegetable jump to sow bake and still sow a grain sow a grain and bake a grain. But the problem with that line is that then I have to take vegetable multiple times, and I probably only want to take vegetable once this game. Yeah, that's too bad. 3 wood, I suppose. We'll try to do that later. So I get a room. I mean, sow should be relatively uncontested this round, so vegetable jump to sow should be doable. The problem is I'm not sowing a vegetable and a grain, which is what I really wanted to be doing. Thatcher's going to start player badge. Well, Moxie might plow, which means all of us have plows. He's going to play Stone Trader with Job Seeker. Yeah, Stone Trader is nice. Nice card. So veg. So I've got 3 actions here. Veg jump to sow, Countryman and Family Growth. And even if I don't get to jump to sow bake, I have foxberries here that feeds me. So maybe this vegetable action is not very good. Maybe it should come 1 round later. What else would I be doing? Taking 4 clay. 4 clay would be good. Yeah, it would be fine. It's not amazing. I'd really like 6 clay so that I could build the fireplace, and then it's another improvement to play upholstery with. These 2 both have enough clay right now. Or maybe like 6 clay is enough for like stone oven potentially. Yeah, I'm not taking the good resources that are on the board, which is kind of the problem with what I'm doing. I'm not taking the good resources that are available. This game's been pretty slow. Yeah, quite slow. These 2 are playing a little slow, and Moxie's playing decently slow. Hour 21 minutes in. Normally we're in round 14 by this point. And everyone's getting more actions, which is Jacking up the game time. Well, if I can pull off fence 15 and pole barns, I'm pretty sure I win. Just because my farm will be very good. Much better than all the other players, but it's not guaranteed. Why did I want 2 games in 3.5 hours? Because, friends invited us over. So we'll see. We'll see how long it takes me to get the second game, whether I do it or not. Yeah, Thatcher took that three stone and never went for the well, which was a little weird. I mean, the 3 stone was just the best action available, so that doesn't have to, but just thought they might. But yeah, Lumin's looking good here. Lumin's going to fill his farm nicely. He's got the cooking hearth and the peasant's boutique. Nicely crafted game with 2 not particularly strong ox. Rancher can be good, but it depends. And Peace Worker is pretty situational, so nice game for Lumin. Thatcher's building the stone oven. Alright. With the 3 stone action or a reedstone food action? Yeah, with the reedstone food action. Who needs the 3 stone? Go ahead and play Foxberries, Upholster. Yeah, it's quite good for Lumin to get the well there. Quite good. Exactly what Lumin wants. Because his point ceiling's a little down just because his fencing is weird. But, and 3-room house. But I guess Lumin probably builds another room here, right? I'm guessing. Although he kind of wants a read action before doing so. 2 stables for Simply Moxie. Alright, so 2 more occupations from Historian. Get to breeding pair of boar. Looks fine. Might have taken Horseman, which is in my hands, so no. Alright, so Bake's available, so I'll go ahead and play Countryman here. Where's my Countryman guest? There it is. So bake one, and then I plow, which gets me 3 food foxberries. Feed 6 and a bee. It's plow sow. I don't care about plow sow at all, so maybe 6 wood, first action 6 clay for me. I don't really want to start player here. I can't play hammock. I'm not able to take the cattle. Well, I am able to take them, but I can't hold them, so I guess it's very literal. Yeah. Well, who's the countryman? The countryman's the countryman. It's correct by definition. So I hope to wield the 3 wood action. I do need more wood still. Did not end up getting enough wood. Yeah, unfortunately, the way being last as much as I was meant that I didn't have the food to play Stable Architect, which has hurt quite a bit, unfortunately. Simply Moxie desperately needs a way to eat animals with Tanner. I guess you can let them breed a couple times before you eat them, but yeah, Simply Moxie needs a way to eat animals with Tanner, for sure. So I will take 3 wood, but if 3 wood's not there, then maybe Reno Fireplace should be my next move. Although the pottery is available if I took clay. The problem with taking stone, the problem with taking the stone is that I can't upholster. I was kind of hoping to upholster, but maybe that's not the biggest deal. Thatcher start player herb garden. The 3 wood's there, so I'll take the 3 wood. Yeah, because like 4 stone lets me well, you know, it lets me Reno again, so then I could 2 clay fireplace and then Reno and fence in round 14. But then I'm not upholstering anymore, and I want to upholster, I think, if I can. The stone is still there. Oh man, it's so tempting. So tempting. I think I want to leave Countryman available this round. I should be planning to Countryman. I think it's unlikely that Simply Moxie will sow. And I mean, I get to react to whether they do or not. So I should be able to Countryman vegetable jump to sow here. Or a grain jump to sow. I could take 2 grain and jump and sow the vegetable. That would be fine. And then I'm increasing my grain and my vegetable count. Yeah, maybe I should just leave Reno Fence available to myself. The problem with leaving Reno Fence available is I need 2 Renos towards the end of the game. And Lumin can Reno. Lumin's very close to renovating. Simply Moxie's a read action away from renovating. Thatcher's ready to Reno. So yeah, I should probably just settle on the fact that I'm only going to Reno one more time. And do so here. I can upholster it. Hint, I should review this draft post-game. Is the power on Equestrian crazy high? Maybe on Sheep Lover? I wouldn't be surprised if the power on Sheep Lover is pretty high. Oh, Lumin's got good stuff in his hand, you're saying. That did not come out. Yeah, well, I figured when I attacked his rancher that it would hurt him quite a bit. And I did attack his rancher for sure. Lumin, Family Growth, Sausage Grinder, yeah. It's nice that there's going to be 2 4-stone actions, which guarantee his Stonehouse Reno. So I'm going to 2 grain, jump to sow. If Thatcher's probably going to Family Growth, so I'm going to take 4 wood. Again, I don't really care about sow bake. I'm going to get all my fields from my field barterer. Thatcher's fences are weird. Yeah, I don't know why their fences are like that. I mean, there is 5 stone available. Like, I could take 5 stone and set up Reno, but getting my fencing done means that I can actually hold animals, which is something that I want to do. Man, I'm 1 wood short. A 3 wood action is not enough for fence 15 and pole barns, which is... Shake my fist. Lumin's got great improvement points. Great improvement points. Not just good. Great! Don't walk, run! Come to Moe's. Moe's is fun. No. I need to install that block on this login. Hill Farmer. Hill Farmer. It's a little late.
If you like good food, good fun, and a whole lot of crazy crap on the walls, come on down to Uncle Moe's Family Feed Bag.
At Moe's, we serve good old-fashioned home cooking, deep fried to perfection.
Now that's Moe like it. So bring the whole family, mom, dad, kids, and no old people. They're not covered by our insurance. It's fun, and remember our guarantee. If I'm not smiling when your check comes, your meal's on me, Uncle Moe.
Come to Uncle Moe's for family fun. It's good, 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 good.
Sounds good.
Yeah, this is nice kudzu. Play it when you have a plan to contain it. Yeah. It is nice kudzu play. Agreed. Thatcher's gonna probably take wood here. Because, yeah, Thatcher needs wood for vine dresser. Although, might have a plan to start player again. You never know. Three wood still there, so Thatcher went for the sheep. Okay. Lumin fenced. So Lumin fencing, what am I going to do? Take one boar? I don't have too much left to do in the game. I mean, there is stone available to set up Reno. Moxie has taken start player though. So if I take 5 stone and then I don't get a read action, then it's quite bad. And even if I do get a read action and Lumin just simply takes 4 stone, Lumin and Moxie and Thatcher can all grow in front of me, or Reno in front of me. So seems like I'm not going to get on the Reno space. Yeah, I mean, the fact that it is free is relevant, right? And the fact that you can play Witch's Dance Ground in round 14. Also, you think about cards like Rancher. Rancher, like the instant effect of Witch's Dance Ground matters for cards like Rancher. Does Stable Architect still give 1 wood? It does give 1 wood. Oh, yeah! That's a good call. Yes, that's how I get my 1 wood. Yes, thank you very much, HIKLJ. Excellent call there. Yes. That's how I get my wood for pole barns. Thatcher's building the pottery. Thatcher can't reno anymore. Thatcher's out of actions. Reno is still available at the table. And then last move, probably take an animal. This game is so slow. It is very slow. It's been... Yeah, Thatcher's playing really slowly as well. Almost as slowly as Moxie. Moxie might get double reno. Yeah, Moxie taking the stone there is a little surprising, so it could double reno. You know what? The others all have the boar. But they're going to want pairs of cattle. I'll leave the boar, because maybe I wheel the boar after fencing first move. And then I can take the 1 cattle here. Seven food and B. I also need a so bake action pretty badly. But there are 2 7 food actions available next round, so I don't know. Just realized I got my references crossed. I was thinking of this one.
You wanted to see me.
Don't pretend you...
Engage monitor.
Come to Quartz. Quartz is fun. Come right now. Don't look. Run.
Come to Quartz is fun. Lumin says the pace of the game is fine. I mean, Lumin's been one of the... Lumin is the 3rd slowest player, so... Gleaner? Uh-oh. Wait, it doesn't activate this round. He would have liked to have gotten that out earlier. Then he could pull off a surprise reno here. Yeah, the problem is my... Okay, so if we've got 47 seconds, 30 seconds, 40 seconds... So that's basically 40 times 3, 120. My average turn time is about 20 seconds. So that means I'm spending 20 out of 140 waiting. Alright, I'm saying spending 20 out of 140 waiting. So I'm spending 6/7 of my time waiting. Instead of around 3/4, it's more like almost 1/8. 1/8. It's like I'm spending half as much time playing as I normally would be. I wonder if I should first move sow bake. Lumin's not going to sow bake. Thatcher. I don't know if Thatcher's farm is updated. Thatcher never updated their farm. Yeah. So I have to see what Thatcher does here and what happens after they update their farm. But nobody's got wood, so fencing is very safe. The problem is probably the improvement action. The improvement action is not guaranteed to be there. But I mean, Lumin's got only 1 wood. Simply Moxie's going to double Reno. Thatcher's maybe going to take clay. Thatcher does a sow bake action. So no sow bake for me, unfortunately, which is quite bad. So I should fence here. I'm sure one of those actions will wheel. This also gives me the option of wheeling the 3 boar action. So boar food, and pole barns is my last 3 moves. Horseman? No. No, the fact that it costs a food and it gives a cattle, like the second cattle is not worth that much. And the fact that it costs a food is going to make it a point. Like it not worth any points. If I wheel 3 boar, you will faint. You don't think I'm wheeling 3 boar? I don't know. I don't see any of the other players taking it. Lumin's going to build 2 stables to get the stable architect points. Thatcher is ready to reno, but I'm pretty sure Moxie is going to reno. Solid 3-point and 2 food action there. Told ya. Build stables, yes. So then this next move could be a 2-point grain. It could be 2-point sheep. Felt decoration. 1 bonus point for each room in your stone house. Yeah, only on three rooms hurts that, and also it hurts the tanner. It's a bit odd, bit odd. Lumin might take one of the 7 food actions. Reno's not worth too much for Thatcher. I don't know. Lumin's got Humble Farm Boy. Darn. I'm at 10 played cards. Lumin's at 9. Darn. That Stable Architect gave Lumin a 3-point action. Too bad. Oh, well, it's only one more point compared to what he would do otherwise here. Because otherwise he would just take a 2-point animal move. I'm a little surprised that Moxie didn't go for more fences. It's a little odd. Definitely thought Moxie might try to fill in their farm, but decided not to. Yeah, this is a 2-hour game. We've been live for an hour 54 minutes. Oh, yikes. At least it's not 2 and Tuesday. 7 food is the best move. Yep, 7 food and then... Or are you questioning whether I should not 7 food? Well, I'm going to eat a boar, and I get a food from B, so I have 3 food. I can eat a raw grain, 4 food. Then I can eat 2 vegetables. I mean, the 7 food is a 2 food action, or it's a 2-point action, which is equivalent to a 1 sheep or whatever else. Seven food is best, yes. But I mean, there are 2 7 food actions, so it doesn't really matter. Lumin is guaranteed to fence here, or to stable. It's 7 points for Lumin to build 2 stables, so I will get 1 of the 7 food actions, and then I will get one of the improvement actions. So we're good. Sure, I'll fish. I'll be interested to see what the final scores are. Without calculating them manually, it's hard to say. Lumin's got a bunch of negatives. He's got 3 negative categories and only 3 fields. He does have some bonuses, and he's got a great improvement score. Thatcher on a 3-room wood house. Thatcher's got like the most complete farm, but he's also got a lot of negatives. Basket Maker's Workshop on Reedstone Food. Sure. Seven food B, feed 8. Alright, here's my final farm. This plus 7. So it's probably like mid-40s, which might be enough in this game, but hard to say. 45. Yeah, I tied with Lumin. What is Thatcher at? Thatcher's at 40 plus. Looks like 43, 44. Although they get to glean a couple of resources. 39 for Moxie. Yeah, I might have tied with Lumin for the win. Yeah, tied with Lumin. GG. And I sat in 4th in each of the first 2 rounds, so I think I win the tiebreaker there. Any reasonable job seeker and you kill this game, Thatcher. Yeah. That's true. The historian coming late was really bad for Thatcher. Okay, guys. We'll try another game. Yeah, if I can get another game like in the next 10 minutes and it's reasonably paced, and I'm done by 4:30 and that works. So I'm gonna set up another game. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. And I'm gonna run a quick ad, and we'll be back shortly.